Deepak, what if your friend says this? They've been reading some Chopra, and they say, Deepak Chopra says that every person is just a god in embryo, just waiting to be born. Would you pick out a word there to pick on? What do you mean by God? Yeah, because, if you really mean God, God has a meaning. That term has a meaning. It means something that is self-existent. It doesn't develop from an embryo. It has all that there is already. So he's already having to change the meaning of the word God to even get in this, he actually did say this, to get the point across. So, all right, so here's Deepak. Okay? So, out of the 4 kinds, moral, spiritual, scientific, biblical, what kind of objection do you think that is? Yes, it's spiritual. Okay, this is a little, the yin yang is a symbol for the spiritual in my little system. Okay, so, spiritual, we'll hit the root idea in a minute, but the objection that he said is a weed. Think about it as a weed. Can you get rid of the whole weed if when you guys have yards and taking care of your own yard by just pulling it? No. Usually you don't, right? You have to dig it up. So the question is, should I pull the weed? Should I even answer that question? Or should I go a little deeper and ask him a question? Mm-hmm. It may not help to answer the question. The conversation can also go to meditation, reincarnation. All of these things are related. Or our Mormon friends, right? Because this too is spirituality. Usually when you think of spirituality, you think of Eastern. Eastern kind of, and when it gets to America, it's sort of self-made. People kind of take a little Buddhism, Hinduism sort of thing, and they mix it up and kind of come up with their own thing. But Mormonism is definitely spirituality formalized. Homegrown American spirituality. So, the idea is to not pick or pull the objection, the weed, but to dig up the root idea. And the root idea in the spiritual category is good works get you to heaven. Good works get you to heaven. Because you can make this real simple for somebody. And I've done this with Mormons themselves. Take a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle of it, and say, on one side, religion. On the other side, Christianity. On this side, Jesus is a good guy. On this side, Jesus is God. On this side, I get to heaven by works. On this side, I get to heaven by grace through faith. Jesus did the work. That is every religion. All of them but Christianity use works to get to heaven. All of them do. So spirituality fails because it relies on flawed works to get to a perfect place.